Hi, welcome to today's practice. This will be a fairly short one where we will be moving with just a little bit more fluidity in our poses. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll begin seated comfortably and letting the hands rest on the thighs, keeping the back straight but relaxed. If it feels okay for you, you can go ahead and close your eyes. And just take the first several breaths here to find a place of inner quiet and stillness. Take one last breath. Go ahead and slowly open your eyes. And we'll begin in a tabletop position. So come over to the hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we'll start by just making some big circles with the torso. So bend into the arms a little bit, drop the belly to the floor, toward the floor, and then send the body over to the right. Then as you come up, round the back, shifting over to the left, and then arching the back to come back down. So just drawing these big circles in one direction. Last time in this direction. And then we'll go the other way. So just making these big circles, exaggerating however much you want, and going at your own pace. Last time. Come back to center. Sit back on the heels. And from here, we'll move into some seated cat-cow. So rocking forward on the pelvis, sending the chest up, chin up just slightly. And then on an exhale, roll back, rounding, tucking the tailbone. Inhale to come forward. And exhale to round back. And you can begin to bring the arms into this. So on your way forward, send the elbows and the hands out wide, opening up the chest. And when you round back, bring the hands out in front of you to touch. Coming forward, opening up the chest. Exhaling, bringing the arms forward, rounding the back. Do this a few more times at your own pace. Last time. And then come back to center. Take a minute to shift the gaze over the left shoulder, and then the right, and then again to the left, right. Do this a couple more times at your own pace. Then come back to center. Drop the right fingertips to graze the floor. Lift the left hand up and over for a side stretch. Take a few breaths here. Last inhale. On your exhale, sweep the left arm forward and around while the right arm sweeps up overhead. So now you're in a side stretch on the opposite side. Breathe here. Last inhale. Exhale, sweep the right arm forward and over, bringing the left arm up overhead. And then sweep the left arm forward and around, right arm comes overhead. And then just do this at your own pace. So moving from side to side in one big fluid motion. Exhaling as you sweep around, inhaling as you lift the arm up and over. And you can begin to exaggerate this movement as much as feels good for you. And come back to center. Go ahead and roll the wrist out, making a circle in one direction, and then the other. And we'll come back to our tabletop position. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, find your downward facing dog. Begin to pedal the feet out. Maybe let the hips go from side to side. And then come back to center. From here, lift the heels coming up onto the tippy toes. Begin to round the back, shift the weight forward, finding your plank position. Take a breath here. On your exhale, bend the knees, send the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Again, lifting the heels, rounding the back, shifting the weight forward, plank. And then bending the knees, sending the hips back and up, downward facing dog. And then move through these two positions at your own pace a few times. One last time. Coming back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then drop the knees to the ground and find a seated position, leaving the soles of the feet on the ground and sending the hands back behind you, leaning back. Feet are wider than the hips, and then just let the legs go from side to side. And then let the legs fall over to the right. Let the legs remain in this position. And then lift up to a seated position. Turn the chest to face the top of your mat. Place the hands down in front of you underneath the shoulders, and then send the left leg back out long and adjust the right leg into your pigeon position. So right knee is behind the right hand, and the right foot is in between the left hand and the left hip. Inhale here. Exhale, fold over the right leg any amount. We'll stay here for several breaths. Take one last breath here. Inhale, walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, rock back onto the right hip, pull the left knee up, and return to your starting position. And then we'll let the legs go from side to side again. And then we'll let the legs remain over on the left. Shift the weight forward so you're sitting now. Turn the chest to face the back end of the mat. Place the palms down in front of you. Shift the right leg back out long. Adjust the left leg so that the knee is behind the left hand and the left foot is in between the right hand and the right hip. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold over the left leg any amount. We'll be here for several breaths. Last breath here. Inhale, press yourself back up, lean over to the left, draw the right knee up, and find your starting position. Come to sit comfortably. Place the hands on the thighs. You can go ahead and close your eyes if it feels good for you. We'll take a few last breaths here in silence. Take a deep breath in through the nose and let it go through the nose or the mouth. 2 more times, deep breath in through the nose and let it go through the nose or mouth. Last time, deep breath in through the nose and let it go. Slowly open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me today. Bye.